Okay, so I'm going to try to tell you in as much detail as I can what I've just been doing. Last night I was spraying this, Mr. Surfacer 1000, and it gives a smooth finish. I want to have a kind of almost like a furry finish on the Tachikoma, so at least on the larger expanses of surface. So I'm using Mr. Surfacer 500 here, and it's much thicker, as the lower number should imply. And I've taken a brush, a big fat brush like this, and kind of done this to the surface with a little bit of Mr. Surfacer 500, and then just like roughing it up basically until it dries out and it kind of starts to string out a little bit. And I hope you can see that it has a nice rough surface in the areas where I've done that now. And then before covering the whole surface, I wanted to get the little sort of sensors painted, so I masked those off, and I'm going to peel the masking off right now and see how it turned out. I hope it came out okay. I hate doing this sort of thing on camera, just in the case that it comes out awful, but it looks like it's actually coming out okay. There we go. And yeah, and so there you see the little sensor thingies, and I hope that you can see in the light that they have a prismatic finish to them that kind of shifts from green to gold. And what I did on that was I mixed up a kind of a base coat using some old Evangelion color and a kind of a dark purple with some gloss clear lacquer mixed in, and just a tiny bit of black, and then thin it out with Mr. Color thinner, and then blew that through my airbrush to do a base coat on these 4 little thingies. And then over the top of that, I airbrushed some of this All-Clad 2 prismatic jade, which doesn't need any thinning. It's very liquidy. And then also I have done a similar thing with the sensors that fit in there, so you can probably see the finish better on that big ball. It's very shiny, very eye-catchingly colorful, and so the center one I did the same kind of dark purple base coat, and the side ones I mixed a similar base coat, except instead of the dark purple Evangelion color, I used some red Gundam color. So those turned out a little bit different looking. I'm going to put these on the sides, and for color comparison you can kind of see it's a pretty subtle difference, but this is the purple base coat and this is the red base coat. So that's it for now, and now that I have these painted, I can mask them and do the stippling of the Mr. Surfacer 500 all over the surface, and then see how that goes. Okay, cool.